for us to understand this, because this is one of the greatest problems we'll be having as Christians. And I believe strongly we will overshoot the time, but let me just see if I can rush it up. Job chapter 1 verse 8. Please, I will need a fast reader. Job chapter 1 verse 8 to 10. Job chapter 1 verse 8 to 10. Quickly. Take a mic. No reader there. No reader. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and eschewed evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Do Job fear thee for nothing? Now verse 10, this is where we are going to anchor today's message. Verse 10. Hast not thou made an edge about him, about his house, about all that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the works of his hands, and his substance is increasing in the land. And his substance is increasing in the land. I want to preach on what I title financial security. What is financial security? And why is financial security important? First of all, I want you to let you understand that God does not bless people with money without financial security. Financial security is the first before the blessing. The reason why many Christians are not blessed is because they are taking the blessing first before the financial security. Have you ever seen a bank that gather money and put the money in a bush before they start building? They gather money and put the money inside bush. Then after they have put the money inside, maybe like 50 billion, then the next thing they did was to fence the place. The next thing they did was to begin to build that they now begin to build camera, begin to build safe house and every other thing. Have you ever seen any? What do you think will happen if they come the next day? The money will be stolen. So what do they do first? They build the safe house. They build the security. They build everything. After the place has been secured, then they now bring the money inside. Many Christians are praying for money when they do not have financial security. And that's the reason why the devil has been stealing many blessings. And God said, no, I can't release the blessing again because the devil is going to steal it. We saw it. Satan said it with his mouth. He said unto God, he said, have you not, the first thing Satan says, have you not put an edge around about him, around about his household, and all his property? Then he said, and you have blessed the works of his hand. So the blessing of the works of your hand is not the number one. He didn't start by saying you have blessed the works of his hands. No. He started by saying edge. So that means that the first thing is the edge. That was the first thing. He said, then his substance are increasing in the land. Because if the edge is not there, the blessing will not come, an increase of substance will not come. So the first thing is the edge. Have you not placed a security around about him? The truth of the matter is that whatever fights your health is fighting your finances. You see, most time when people fall sick, they always think that It is the sickness that's the problem. It's not the sickness that's the problem, it's the edge that is the problem. And when this edge is broken, the sickness. I had one of my brothers many years ago then. He had a severe pile. Many years ago. Was still young then. He had a severe pile. Every little money that enters into his hand, he will go and treat pile. He will go and for treatment. He will go for treatment. He was very poor. Then he entered a church. He gave his life to Christ and began to serve the Lord in that church. Then the first thing I discovered is that the pie died. Immediately the pie died. He started a business and the business began to move forward. And he was making money. Then I said to myself, why is it that God didn't give him money first? Why must God heal him first? And the Lord told me that if he gave him money, then the doctor will be benefiting. He will be moving from. Do you know what it takes to treat people that are managing diabetes? Do you know how much they spend? Do you know how much people that are managing high blood pressure spend? The devil wasn't fighting their health. He was fighting their finances. Every money that you're supposed to put into the business, you are using it to treat yourself. Satan is not in a hurry. He can take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years to bring down a man if you want to bring it down. So the first thing Satan said is, have you not put an edge around about him? Now, he didn't say the edge was on him first only. Then he said, around about his household. Then your children, your wife, are also part of the financial security. Because how can you have money and you have a child that is sick? And every week you are in the hospital. Or a wife that is also sick. And how can you have money and they said that you have a family that is always dying? He said the Lord put an edge around about him, around about his household, and around about all he has. Then he said, and the Lord, you have blessed the works of his hands. Then he now said his substance is increasing in the land. So the first thing God will do for you is to give you a financial security. And when you have financial security, then get ready for financial flow. Get ready for financial flow. But there can never be a financial flow without financial security. So it is very, very essential you understand financial security. What is financial security? Financial security protects a man, protects his property, protects his business and his family. Verse 10. I read Good News Translation. Good News Translation of verse 10. Job chapter 1 verse 10. I read message. Okay, let me read Message translation first. And Satan restored. So do you think Job does all that out of his sheer goodness of his heart? Why no one ever had it so good? You pamper him like a pet. You make sure nothing bad happens to him and to his family. You make sure nothing bad ever happens to him or his family or his possession. And you bless everything he does. He can't lose. Look at Good News Translation. Good News said, verse 10, you have always protected him and his family. and everything he owns. You bless everything he does. You have given him enough cattle to feed the whole country. So, Job prosperity is based on the edge. How do we have financial security? How do we have financial security? Now we know that the first thing we should look for is financial security. Then how do we have financial security? Number one, kingdom service. Kingdom service. It is very essential you understand that serving God helps your business. Kingdom service. Don't just be a tither, but always serve. It's all very important. In Exodus chapter 23, verse 25 to 26, it says, you shall serve the Lord your God, he shall bless thy bread. The word bless means protect it. It will protect your bread, protect your water, and take sickness away. Because sickness is a devourer. And he said, none shall cast their young before their time. He said, in other words, you won't have miscarriages. He said, and the numbers of your days I will fulfill. That means long life. Serve. It is very essential. Service brings security to your finances. The Lord, he said, shall bless the works of your hand. In 2 Kings chapter 20, from verse 1 to 5, in 2 Kings chapter 20, verse 1 to 5, the Bible said to Ezekiel said to him, he said, put your house in order. He said, you are going to die. You know what Ezekiel did? He went back to God. He turned to the wall. In those days, the Jewish people, when they are praying, they face the wall. He faced the wall, and he began to pray to God. And you know what he was praying? He wasn't asking God to deliver him from death. He was telling God his own service. I have served you. I have done this in your house. I have done this in your house. I have done this. I have done that. And the Lord sent the Bible says, read that scripture. The Bible said the person who went to deliver the word, because anytime Isaiah speaks, he always comes to power. As the son of Amos, his word does not fall to the ground. The Bible says he has not left the palace. God said, go back. And he went back. And he told him, he said, God said, I should tell you, you are not dying again. He said, you are not dying again. I've added another 18 years to your age. He didn't ask God, no, I won't die. He went to God and he was giving God a CV of service. He was giving God the CV of his service. You know that when a man dies, all he has is over. Brother that knows nothing about how he made the money will come from village. Sometimes they collect everything. They leave the wife and the children orphan. But God said no, because he went to God and was telling God his own everything. I have done this in your house. I have done that in your house. I have done this. Is it the way to pay me is to kill me? And God said, the prophet has not gone out of the gates. God told him, go back and tell him he's not dying again. Service secured you. Service secured what you have. Any devil that is causing your heart to be bitter to serve is the devil that is taking his time to steal from you. It's taking his time to steal from you. I'm not sweeping the church again. Pastor annoyed me. Somebody in the choir annoyed me. I'm not serving again. It is very essential we understand service. Number two. Wow, I wish there's time. Number two, night prayer. Night prayer is very essential in financial security. Night prayer. By the grace of God, we'll be praying on Friday. It's going to be our general fast. And we'll be praying from 8 to 12 midnight. We'll be praying for 8 to 12 midnight. If you are far off, we can make a vehicle or people around that area. You can join them and go back. So I believe that there will be a vehicle that will take you back. Those who have a vehicle, please make sure you are around so that you can use your vehicle to take people back. Now, the night prayer is very essential in keeping your property. It is very essential in keeping your property so that the devil will not touch it. The Bible was speaking in the book of 1 Samuel, I think chapter 20 or so. In 1 Samuel chapter 25 from verse 3 to 26, you can read it later. Nabal was a very wealthy man. The man is a wealthy man. So the man does not have time to keep his property because a very wealthy man. So David and his boys was the one protecting the property of Nabal. And one day David went to Nabal and said, please, we need food. And Nabal insulted him. Remember, after that incident, he died. It is very essential because there are people who are praying for you. You need to take care of them. It's very essential. That was what he would have done. If you look at Laban also, the reason why Laban became poor is that David was a financial security to Laban. And Laban didn't take care of David. We saw that in Genesis chapter 31, 38 to 40. David was saying it. He said, at night, I didn't sleep. I was protecting your sheep. Where was Laban? Laban and his family were sleeping. But David was the one protecting his business. Jacob was the one protecting his business. And he treated him bad. So every business needs protection. It is called financial security. And one of the ways, if you cannot do it, and you have people that are doing it, or you have a business, you have a kind of prayer partner. That prayer partner may not have money, but at least be helping that person. Sometimes it could be your prophets, your pastors. That are prayer, we are praying every night for you. So, night prayer protect the thief. It's very important. And sometimes you can do it yourself. You are a kind of person that's very busy. You can use Friday night and use it to protect your business. Every business needs protection. The protection you get, it depends on what is in your life. The security that protects commercial bank is not the same that protects CBN. Because what CBN gathered is more than what commercial bank gathered. It's not the same with a community bank. It's not the same with mortgage bank. So, what is inside you depends on the protection you need. If you want to go financial higher, then let that protection increase. Let it increase. Because God will not carry money and dump it in the bush where there's no security. So there must be a constant night prayer. And number 3, there must be a prophetic seed. It's very important. A prophetic seed is very important. The Bible says in the book of Matthew chapter 8, verse 14 and 15, the Bible says when Jesus went to Peter's house, when he went to Peter's house, the mother-in-law of Peter was sick of fever. He touched the hand of the woman got healed. Immediately the woman got healed. The woman didn't say thank you. You know what the woman did? He went to kitchen and cooked for Jesus. Every prophet must get something from you. Paul was speaking. He was speaking in the book of 1 Corinthians. Don't let any devil discourage you about this. Many of those people talking against it, they have native doctors that they are servicing. In In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 9 to 12, 8 to 12, Paul was speaking. He said, if we, he didn't say himself, he said, if we sow to you spiritual thing, he said, why can't we also get from you material benefit? That was what he was saying. He said, can't we get it from you? Why was it? He said, pause. He said, Moses said, muzzle not the ox that tread the wheat. He continued, he said, Moses didn't say that because God cared for the oxen. He said, Moses said that because of us, because of we the prophets. When last have you gathered something, no matter how little, pastor used for your fuel, pastor used for your transport, manage the 500 naira. He said, if we sowed into your life spiritual thing, he said we're supposed to also get from you material benefits. That's what Paul said in 1 Corinthians. That's what he said. Many times when things are working, somebody is praying. You may not know. You may not know. Somebody is praying. Genesis chapter 27, verse 4, quickly. In Genesis, you don't need to open it because of time. In Genesis 27, verse 4, Isaac said to his son, Esau, he said, get me a venison that I may eat. He said, that my soul may bless you. There's a difference between a pastor blessing you and the soul of the pastor is blessing you. It's two different things. Oh, it's two different things. If they say, pastor, pray for everybody is true. But if they say, pastor, pick some people that he pray for especially, it's also true. He said that my soul may bless you. Does that mean that Isaac is hungry? No. Because Isaac is the owner of the whole sheep. So why is he not telling his son to go and prepare? He says, such as I love, that my soul, because he knew that if I pray for you, it won't work. But if I eat from you and pray for you, he said it will work. That's why he asked. I have a son. He used to be a member of the church, and he left. So he has left for some time. And one day he came to my office. He has stroke. One of the hand paralyzed. And I held the hand and I prayed. Instantly he got healed. Instantly he got healed. And he told me, he said, Daddy, you know, when he says his own daddy, he can laugh, Daddy. He said, Daddy, I'm building a house in Yaya. And he said, there's one man fighting me. And that's where my hand paralyzed. And he says, that man fighting me, I can't go there again. I got angry. I said, let's go. I got angry. I said, let's go. He said, okay, Daddy. He said, when do we go? I said, call me. He said, come and pick me on Thursday morning. I said, okay. He said, he will come and pick me. On Thursday, he called. I heard God. He said, don't go. He said, don't go. I didn't understand. And I have promised him. Then I called him back and I said, I won't be able to go, but I will send a pastor to go with you. I tell you whether you were the one, he called you. I said, I will send my pastor, and I send his number. Immediately I say, I will send my pastor. You know that I'm not the one. He got angry. So he didn't call him. And God told him, he said, since you know him, have you drank from him? That's what God said. You want to die for somebody that don't care about you? That's what God told me. And truly, how can somebody's building? He has never said, Daddy, take months. I'm building a house. Now there is problem. You know, we are in a generation where when it is juicy, they forget pastor. But when problem comes, that's when they remember pastor. To them, pastor is a problem solver. He does not care whether that pastor is hungry or not. They don't care. There are money that I left my hand into my father in the Lord. More than 500,000. My car my car key has left my hand to his hand. So it's what we know. It's what we know. He said, let me eat that my soul may bless thee. There's a difference between the pastor saying you are blessed and when the soul of the man bless you. It's two different things. It's two different things. And for the soul of the man to bless you, that man must be happy with you. He must be happy with you. That's why we give our father. That's why we sold it to my father. By the grace of God, if I tell my father in the Lord I'm coming, he will tell the PA. One day he told me, he said he has not seen me for long. I said, Daddy, you know now the protocol. The protocol is too, because the protocol to him, Dr. Paul Nature, he can see anybody. He doesn't reject, no matter who he can see. But the boys, they will not allow it. I said, that in the protocol. He called Sylvester, the PA. He said, anytime he wants to see me, let him come. This one doesn't need protocol. That's what he said. If I am going there without a seed, I can't get that access. Can't get that access. Because your father must drink from you. It talks about Elijah when they needed somebody, and when they introduced Elisha, after Elijah has gone, they introduced Elisha to the king of Jehoshaphat. They said to him, he said, the man that poured water in Elijah's hand. So people thought that it is washing hand. You need to wash his hand before he eat a bar. It's seed. It's seed he's talking about. So it's not water to wash and I want to eat a bar. It's seed he's talking about. That was what they said. But there are 50 prophets that were afar who did not understand this. And the man will begin to pray for your business and begin to pray for everything that you have. It is very important. And the next one is the tithe. Oh, the tithe is a shield. Now, the Bible said in the book of Malachi chapter 3 verse 11, it said, bring all the tithes, and I will rebuke the devourer. And he will say, he will not destroy the fruits of your ground. That is your business. He won't destroy your business, your tithe. It is very, very essential you understand that. Why the tithe? One of the excuses a lot of people give is that Jesus didn't pay tithe, the apostles didn't pay tithe. But if you read the scripture, they pay 100%. Now, the 100% is more than the 10. The 10 is just a number. But they gave more than 10. But our own generation, nobody is asking you for 100%. Nobody is asking. Now, in the Jewish, numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You stop at 9. The next thing that follows is what? 0. What is 0? Now, why did God told Noah, and he said to Noah, he said, I enter covenant with you. He said, when you see the rainbow, you remember my covenant, that I will not destroy the earth. That's what he said. He said, when I see the rainbow, I will remember my covenant. I will not destroy the earth. The rainbow is what? Circle. Then he said unto Abraham, he said, every male child must circumcise. That means, what is circumcision? A circle on the private part. And he said, the soul that disobey me shall be cut off. Now, that means that the 0 is the protection from the cutoff. Now, the 0 is what is a fence. So, every title is inside that 0. That's why you can't destroy them. You can't destroy their family. You can't destroy their wife. You can't destroy their children. You can't destroy their house. Armed robber can't steal their property because they are inside that 0. Because that 0 is the protection. Tithe don't give you money. It only protects you. Now, we read Genesis chapter 18 when Abraham was negotiating. Abraham was negotiating with the angel that come and say, I want to destroy Sodom. I will destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. It started from 50. He said, if you see 50 righteous, will you destroy? He said, no. If you see 45, will you destroy? Say no. If you see 40, will you destroy? Say no. If you see 30, will you destroy? Say no. If you see 20, will you destroy? Say no. If you see 10, will you destroy? Say no. Some people say, why can't he say 5? Ati, Lot, his wife, 2 daughters, 4. Why can't he say like 3 or 4? Why did he stop at 10? Because there is a law of protection and preservation, and that law is 10. That law is 10. So when you understand that law, it can't go beyond that law. That's why Abraham stopped at. It starts from 50. Why 50? 50 means liberty. So it's the Jewish people understand number, and number is a message. So it starts from 50. Oh Lord, have liberty. Then he goes down to 45. He goes down to 40. He goes down. Then he stops for 10. Because the law of protection, if it's not up to 10, is not no protection. He said, if you see 10, will you destroy? He said, no, because I understand 10. So I can't destroy their business. Because destruction means, and many of you know that when God raised fire in Sodom and Gomorrah, do people in that land still have a car? Do they still have a house? Do they still have a property? Everything got destroyed. Lot escaped, but Lot didn't come out with property. Lot was very wealthy when he was with Abraham. That's prophetic seed. But he left Abraham and he went to Sodom and Gomorrah. And when he got to Sodom and Gomorrah, God destroyed everything. Lot left Sodom and Gomorrah empty-handed. Lot started without nothing because there was nothing to protect Lot. The law of the edge wasn't there to protect Lot. So it's a edge. It's a circle. It's a covenant. The tithe is a covenant. The people in the new disciples, they give all. That is 100. And 100 is what? Double. 2 circle. So their own was fortified enough. So the place of the tithe, that's why every business must be tithe. See, it is better you are not a tither than to deceive God. The Bible says God cannot be mocked. Whatsoever a man doeth, the same he will reap. Don't mock God. It is worse if wife does not tithe, husband does not tithe. The children has no future. Nobody, no security. Nothing is securing their business. Nothing is securing their future. Nothing. He said God cannot be mocked. Whatsoever a man doeth, he will reap. I have a member some years ago. I do prepare monthly reports. And I go through. And I saw the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month. I saw that this person, the only thing I didn't do, which I would have done, was to call him to order and talk to him. But sometimes I have done that, but people don't take me serious, so I stopped it. I saw that he will come out and he will write 50 naira. You know, when you stand there, nobody knows what you are writing. Only God knows what is there. And he will write 50 naira. Then I said, in my heart, I said, is it that 500 naira is the only money that is entering this person's hands every month? 500 naira? I just wave it. So one day, and I gave him a job to do. And I paid him 50,000 naira. And I discovered that month he still paid the same 50 naira. I didn't talk. He left the church. He has left the church for over 3 years now. 2 weeks ago, last month, I saw him. I feel like crying. I feel like crying. Where's your wife and children? He said they have gone back to the village. What is happening with you? You are not like this. You are not like this. What is happening? You know, when you see somebody and you see cloth here as tear and slippers, there's a hole. You know that Satan is dealing with somebody. I felt it. I said, come and see me in my office. I need to see you. The shame to come back. He couldn't come back. Then I remember what he's doing. It is better you don't tithe than to mock God. It is better. God is not somebody you mock. God, you can't mock him. He will deal with you. Don't mock God. Don't deceive God. Be plain before him. Be plain before him. It's better. Do you know what we do when we come to this place? Have you ever seen somebody go to native doctor altar and he's lying? But why will somebody come to this place and be lying? Some even share testimony and they lie before the altar. You see, when God is dealing with some people, you don't know what they are doing. You don't know what they are doing. You don't know what they are doing. Anytime I'm praying on this altar, my phone rings and it's very important, urgent, that I need to take the call. The first thing is to move out of this place first and go far and tell the person to call me back. Say, I will pray and be making call on this place. Except you don't have the fear of God. That's what will make you stand here and lie. Except you don't have the fear of God. It's a security. It's a security that guides you and protects you and all that you have. And finally, financial integrity. Financial integrity. God will not protect money that is from Satan. God will not protect any money that is from Satan. So if your business is a stolen money, forget protection. And that's the reason why people who are crooked, they always die poor. The reason why Job recovered all he lost is because he has integrity. Even the wife of Job said to him, he said, do you still hold on to this integrity? He said, curse God and I. He said, why are you talking? He replied the wife, he said, why are you talking like a fool? Integrity is very essential in financial breakthrough. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. Money you receive from a man that slept with you and you put it in your business, you break the fence. You break the fence of your business. You need to understand, can you wake the man? You need to understand that any crooked money is a serpent that breaks the edge. It's a serpent that breaks the edge. When a man has integrity, he may be poor, but that man can't die poor. It's not possible. Financial integrity. We are in a generation before any man can do business with you. They want to know you first. They want to know you first. Nobody will employ a thief. Not one. Nobody can employ a thief. Nobody can give a thief his resources to keep. The Bible Potiphar said that to Joseph, he said all that, he said he doesn't know what he have. Joseph was in charge of everything. If Joseph is a thief, they won't give it to him. And he graduated from that realm to another realm, and he was the number 2 in Israel. The Bible says Pharaoh carried the whole country resources and gave it to the hand of his treasurer. Joseph was not an Egyptian. He was a stranger. Can you imagine a man to handle? You have $5 billion and you gave it to a stranger to help you handle it. You don't know his father's house. You don't know his mother's house. You don't know the village he came from. You only know him and you saw him. The reason why they could entrust it because there is an oil of integrity on his head. When you see a thief, you will know. There's an oil of integrity. The truth of the matter is that when we steal people's money, it's always sweet when we are spending it. But there is a danger in the front. And that danger is the closeness of door. Door closed. And when the door closed, people will not know, because life is all about who you know. If I know you, I know your friend. I know your friend. I know your friend. If, God forbid, you are a thief, how will I know your friend? You have closed the door to the others. Then I will say, that man, don't do business with him. Oh. That man, don't do business with him. And before you know, people will begin to. Every rich man in land are looking for honest people to work with. They are looking for honest people to work with. And that's why you don't meet a rich man. The first thing that enters into your hand is, your mind is to collect money. He will look at you as a thief. If you look at you as a thief, let your integrities market you. Integrity is a marketer. That's why there are some filling stations we cannot enter and buy fuel. No matter what it is. Even if you are a billionaire, we know that this filling station is a thief. And most of those filling stations, sometimes you will ask yourself, why are they queuing in this place, but there's no one single person there? The difference is integrity. Integrity will gather people to you. But crookedness will drive them away. When you cheat me, I go there to buy 1 module of rice from you. And because I wasn't looking, you gave me half. And you gave it to me. And I said, Madam, this thing did it. And you say, I swear to God. I swear to God. Trust me now. Don't you trust me? And when I know you cheat me, you will never see me again. And before you know, to you, you think you are making profit. But your destiny is going down. Your business is going down. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. Integrity is a fence. A pastor told me this story. A school in Cuba, I will mention the name. They fired the accountant because the girl was a thief. And they are looking for another person. They now recommend 3 people. When they recommend 3 people, they didn't want to ask, because you can't ask a thief, are you a thief? He will say, no, I've never thieved since I was born. So what they did was, they sent money to their account, the 3 of their accounts. The first person got the money and ate it. The second person ate his own. The third person went to the head teacher. She was not just a teacher, she was an assistant teacher. Went to the head teacher and said, I saw a lot. They just pay our salary last month. So I saw this one. It's like, this one is a mistake. The teacher took him to the vice principal. He said, sir, I saw a lot. I don't know whether it's a mistake. I came to return it back. They took him to the principal. The principal said, oh, sorry, it's a mistake. Can you return it back? They gave her the account. She returned it back, the same amount. The other 2 have, they didn't even tell people that they saw it. They leak it or finished. Then a week later, they called her. They said, you have integrity. Today you will be the accountant of this school. I don't have experience. We will teach you. And that's why I became a what they call it? A assistant teacher. Assistant class teacher that just joined there, became the accountant general of the host. It's a school that has branches in town all over Abuja. And he's the one in charge because of integrity. Rise on your feet and let's pray. Lift up your hand and say, Father, in the name of Jesus, I declare that you place upon me financial security. Let there be an hedge to protect me, to protect my family, to protect my business and everything that I do. Say, Father, as I pray for financial security, put money into my life. Put money into my life because my life is secure. My finances is secure. Begin to pray that prayer. Begin to pray that prayer. Begin to pray that prayer. Pray that prayer. My finances are secure. My finances are secure. In the name of Jesus.